Alright, welcome to Game On with Gamification. I have added a little twist on distance learning, but basically almost everything I'm talking about today can be incorporated using distance learning, either by sharing it through Google Classroom directly or even just posting links that students can access. So all of the game methods can be used in distance learning. My name is Elizabeth Griggs. There's my email. I do work at Goshen Middle School in Goshen, Mississippi. I'm an 8th grade math teacher. I currently teach accelerated math and regular math. I'm also a cheer coach and a basketball coach. I do a couple other things at the school, so if you have questions about anything, just shoot me an email and I'll get back to you. Some credits, Kahoot, quizzes, and GimKit. Also, if Nadine, Frankie, or Priscilla are here, I'd like to thank you because I did borrow part of your presentations for this. So thank you. So basically, we'll go ahead and start out with a little introduction. I would like to know what grades and subjects you teach, so go ahead and holler it out. All right, good. I heard 3rd grade, kindergarten, 5th grade, 7th grade, 9th grade, and 11th grade. I'm going to incorporate all of those and everything in between. What subjects was it again? All right, I heard English, history, special education, art, Spanish. I have some coaches out there. I even have some English coaches out there, English teachers. So basically, that's great to hear because all the things I'm going to show you today can be customized to every grade and every subject. You are going to input the questions and the material, or you're going to borrow it from someone else. And so you can customize it however you want. If a student is old enough or able to click on a computer, a Chromebook, an iPad, they'll be able to play these games. You don't have to put a lot of reading if your students have trouble reading, but you can, or you can have somebody read it to them. You can even play them whole group and read it aloud if that's an accommodation that you need. And if I get to be like Dora and asking you questions like that, just ignore me. So here's your agenda. And I have noticed after filming this a couple times, I'm a little long-winded. So the first 15 minutes, the first segment will be gamification and GimKit. The second will be quizzes and Kahoot. So if you already know about quizzes and Kahoot, you can skip that session. But if you don't, you really need to, if you don't know what Kahoot is, you really need to watch that part. Same thing with quizzes. GimKit is pretty new, and gamification is just a general idea of what we're talking about using games. So first of all, this is using games to get a reward. The goal of this is to get students engaged. This actually happens to us in real life as well. So turning anything into a game is considered a gamification. Sometimes there is a reward, sometimes there's not an exact reward, but you will find out that students as well as adults are competitive just in nature, some more than others, and the fact that you're giving them some type of reward recognition will cause them to really want to participate. You get that engagement. This happens to us in the real world. Raise your hand if you have Sky Miles. A few people. Credit card reward programs. Pizza points. Okay, Pizza Hut, Domino's, Little Caesars. I don't know how to go there. More pizzas you buy, the more points you can get free stuff. Hotel programs. Starbucks even has an incentive program. And Waze, which is similar to Google Maps, you get little stickers and badges just for telling the company that, hey, there's a car broken down, there's a police officer here, there's traffic here. They give you little badges and stickers, and people are very competitive for an online virtual badge or sticker. You can use that with students. Give them a sticker. Put their name on a list. I actually have a piece of paper put up in my classroom that has a high score. It's like, I don't know, almost over 2 million points. I don't even say what the game is. I have a student's name. It's completely made up. It's from friends, if you know anything about Regina Phalange. And the students honestly think that really happened. They're like, oh, that's my cousin Regina. It means nothing. It just tells kids that I celebrate a win. And I'll put their name up there if they get a really high score. So just that little piece of paper there engages my students. So that's your goal, to create engagement. So what I do in my classroom, actually, let's go back one slide. So there are different ways to use gamification. One is by using a classroom game board. You give points or XP, that's from a video game, or you can even just allow pieces to move like in Monopoly. You create excitement by using a theme. Use something that you like. You do need to set a time frame or an endpoint, and please set clear rules because the students will try to change them and they will try to cheat if you don't make sure you set them clearly at the beginning. So on the left, you see like Homeworkopoly. One idea here is if students all do their homework in a class, they get to move their little game piece. You can do it by class period if you teach in the middle school, or you can just do it by whole class if you teach elementary and there's no switching of classes. So on each little block, there could be a reward, and some things there aren't a reward for. It could just be, 5 minutes of turning the lights off and listen to music, or 2 minutes of music, or we'll walk outside on the way back from lunch, or we'll eat lunch outside. Anything easy and simple, and once they get all the way around the board, you can give them some other kind of reward if you want. The one in the middle, that's just a tally where they try to get 100 points. It has to do with Mario, so if you don't know anything about Mario, do not use that in your classroom as a theme because the students will call you out. So they just earn points for various things. It could be act of kindness. It could be they did really good on a test. They beat their old test score. You can have individual students or your highest student mark off the board, whatever you want. I didn't actually make that. That's off the internet. The touchdown, the football one, I did something similar to this. It did not look like that. I just didn't take a picture. And the classes earned yards for making a high test score, same thing, doing something good, doing their homework. And I actually had a different colored football for every class, and I kept an overall score. If they got, I think, 5 or 6 touchdowns, they got a reward. It can be, free time. It could be a pencil. It can be something edible. I like to play an X game with my students, which is what's next. In this game here, if you've noticed, I've simplified this game board because I do teach middle school. And this is more realistic to me. It's super easy to use. I just print out a sheet of paper for every class period. If you notice, I started with 30 boxes. It does increase, but it starts on 30. Students can earn X's for basically correcting me. And I know, sometimes it can be annoying, but it keeps them paying attention. They hold on to every word I say, trying to find a mistake. For example, if I say, let's turn to page 18 and let's work questions 3, 4, and 5, they'll say, X, we did page 18 yesterday. So it makes them pay attention. I could say, hey, don't forget your homework's due Thursday, and they'll say, X is due Friday. So different things like that. And you can make it whatever you want. So anyway, I give students an X on their little game board, and I just write on it with a dry erase marker. If they earn all 30, they get a class reward. They can earn X's for various things. If everybody does their homework, they get an X. Like I said, if they correct something or find something that I've written wrong on the board, maybe it's even the date or something like that. It's just kind of like a checks and balances system. They also can lose them. If they say shut up to another student, they lose an X. It is middle school, so if they leave a book or a piece of paper or a pencil or something on the floor in their desk, or they interrupt my class, they lose an X for that as well. So make sure you set those rules and make them clear. It may take you a couple of years to get your system down, to make sure it's what you want, but you can tweak it as you go along till it works for you. So after my students get all 30 X's, they do get a reward. We call them apples, but they really get donuts. They just call them apples. If they say the word donuts in my class, they also lose an X. So you can kind of customize it however you want. So with this gamification idea, I also play a lot of games online in my classroom as well as non-online, but everything today is online. And students can pick if they win the game or they get the highest score, they can use their points to get X's for their class. So the first one I'm going to talk to you about is GimKit. It's fairly new. It's actually was created by an 11th grade student. So it's made by a student. It's customized for students. This is kind of like a flashcard question game, but it has certain features. If you notice, you can earn money per question. You can kind of upgrade these. You can get a streak bonus, multiplier bonus. You can even buy insurance. And you use the money you earn. If you notice, this person has $0, but you use the money to buy these upgrades. You can actually even upgrade and you can freeze another person. So it is kind of like a flashcard. You could use it for math, but it's real easy to do vocabulary. It's wonderful for that. Players do compete individually, or you can set them up as a team. With GimKit, it actually will randomize a team, which is great. You just click team at the beginning. It puts them on a colored team, and they have to work together. Student is trying to earn the most money. They can use their points, which is their money, to buy upgrades such as a streak bonus, multiplier, and even freeze other players. My students love this, okay? It does take a little strategy, and they're still trying to figure out the best strategy, so that's why they want to play it. So this is how it works. Students go to the website. If you're playing it live, they will enter a game pin and put a nickname. Questions show up on their device, and they can progress at their own pace while they're trying to earn money. You can set the game to end after a time limit, like 5 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes. Or you can actually set that they have to earn $1 million, $1,000, $10,000. You can do $928 if you want, and after they earn that much, they've completed the game. So instead of me telling you about it, I'm kind of going to show you it. So first, before you play this, okay, don't do that QR code yet. I'm going to show you how to play the game. So I'm going to actually host a game using my phone, and then I'm going to play it as a student. Okay, so this is my Gim kit and my game code. So what I've done on my phone is I've started a live game from my teacher app. And now I'm playing in front of you as a student. So let's see here. My code is 30465. So I've started a live code. It will ask me to put a nickname. This tells me kind of what to do. I can answer questions to earn cash. I can do upgrades. I can earn cash faster by upgrading. It does say you can draw while you're waiting, so students can draw if they want. So now this is actually the game here. So there's not really points for getting it right fast. It's just based on whether you are getting it correct. So if you notice I got that right, I have $1. Okay, I can chop or I can continue. So to find the slope from a graph, the first step is to find 2 neat points. So if you notice, I'm already getting more money. Similar means same shape, different size. Okay, so let's see. Now I'm going to go to shop. Here's my money per question. Okay, so I can go ahead and no, I can't upgrade yet. I don't have no money yet. So let me go on back. So I'm going to go back to my questions. Rotating 90 degrees clockwise. Clockwise is normal, y negative x. Solve this equation. Infinitely many solutions. Let's see if I can get no solution. Now let me go to my shop. Okay, so if you notice I have $16. I can upgrade how much money I'm getting per question. Go to my questions. So 90 degrees counterclockwise is negative yx. So if you notice now I'm getting $7. I still will go ahead. I still will get my streak bonus as well, the current one. Okay, I can shop again because look, I'm already up to $20. So I'm going to buy the streak bonus. Go to my questions. If the lines are the same, if the equation the lines are the same, the solution is infinitely many solutions. So that's $25 now per question. So I can buy insurance because if you, let me go ahead and buy a multiplier. Oh no, I don't have no money yet. So let me go back to my questions. If I miss one, it does take away money and I'll lose my bonus. So the kids really like this. And if you notice, I'm just going to click through these for a minute. It will start repeating the questions, okay? They just go over and over and over again. So that's why it's nice that it does repeat for vocabulary purposes because the students get very familiar with these. That's no solution. And they will, look, I already have $120. So they will get some strategy here. And then they can go back to the shop. They can buy what they want. If you notice, here's power-ups down here. So I can get a song for my classroom. I could blur another person. I could deflect. I could actually gift people. This is the icer. They love that. Okay, it tells you how to use it. So students really, really love this. So that just gives you a little example. You can find lots of videos online of how to play it and how to create a Gim kit. If you would like to try it, you just scan this QR code. You can even use your cell phone photo and try to hold the photo over it, and it will link it to it. And I have a game playing right now, so I can play it just like assigning that to you for homework. If you want to type in this code right here, this URL, that will take you to the game as well. So try it out and let me know.